Hello guys, today I'm doing a track guide around Suzuka for the LFM weekend and uh, this is also a video as bar for people who are probably at 2 minute mark or 59s, 58s. I mean, of course, it is possible to do 57s, especially in the Lambo. That's quite a fast car, but overall, with this track guide, you should improve. Also, you can check Go setups if you want. There I have my setups uploaded for the Merc because many people asked in the last video about it. So yeah, I hope this video helps and let's get into it. So, coming to the last corner, prepare for the next lap, stay on the right side and get into second gear. Yeah, we have to shift at 6,800 to 7,000 RPMs in the Merc. Uh, This depends on every car, so it's just for the Merc this shifting point. Coming to the first corner, we have to brake at the 50-meter board. One thing you need to know is that before we brake, we position the car so we brake as straight as possible. So we turn first with to the right into the corner, then brake. In the Merc, you can brake completely fully. Depends on the car. For example, in the Porsche, you need to be a bit more careful with the brakes. Shift down into third gear. You can run a wide, so just try to get as much as momentum into the corner. Yeah, second corner, brake always a little bit. Try to rotate the car, get a bit weight on the front. On the exit, be careful because if you go too early on the throttle, yeah, you will just end up having a wheel spin, and that's something we don't want. So next corner, third corner is the S's. It's a really tricky section in Suzuka. To get it right is really hard. You always have to prepare for the next upcoming corners. So first corner in the S's is quite easy. You need to get the line right. So go off the throttle, turn in. Try to stay always a bit like 10% on the throttle. When going over the curb, you need to have like 50% of throttle. So go a bit on the throttle again, so you have a balance in the car. After going over the curb, go full on throttle for a short second. Go on the brakes like 60%, slowly go off the brake. This corner, the right, you need to have a bit momentum, so don't over brake the car. So you have to have a bit of apex speed. Always in the Merc, it's really crucial to always brake a bit so the front has weight on it, so you can rotate the car. Go on the throttle after the curb or with the front tires. Slowly go on the throttle, be careful, the track is really slippery. Same with second corner. If you go too early on the throttle, the whole next corner. So try to stay on the middle of the track. For the next corner, aim to go off the throttle a bit, stay on the throttle, like run about 60% again when you're on the curb. So the car has the right balance. So you don't rotate or spin out or something like that. Go on the throttle after you go off the curb. Next corner is quite of a double apex. Shift down into second, so the car brakes a bit by itself with the engine brake. Always stay on the brake a bit so you can rotate the car again. Yeah, for the exit, try to aim as right as possible for the next corner because that also is a straight again. So yeah, be careful on throttle, not to spin out again. Stay on the right, TC1, third gear. Stay on the throttle again so the car has the right balance and go early on the throttle. Don't run wide. This is also really crucial because it often happens that people run wide in this corner. Try to stay on the left side as much as possible. For the next corner, brake a little bit before the 50-meter boards. Yeah, your main focus is to have a lot of apex speed so you don't overshoot or overbrake the corner. Get into third gear and push the hell out of it. You really don't care about exit because it leads in a couple of seconds into the next corner. One thing you need to be aware of is it's really easy to get track limits, and this is really, really important if you have LFM races or endurance races in general. And then you brake at the dark patch, go into second gear. Try to not overshoot the corner because this is really important. Don't go too early on the throttle. Don't drive too fast into the corner. The exit is important, so try to be careful because this exit is really, really dangerous. You can get a DT from that easily because if you run wide there, so right tire on the AstroTurf, you get a warning for running too wide. You get a warning because you left the track on the exit and you left the track in the entry of the corner, so you get 3 warnings. And this is, I think, one of the worst things you can get in an endurance race. So be careful with that. That actually happened to us one time. I think last year in Assetto or something. Next corner is a hairpin. Brake on the curb. Fully braking. Always be careful with running into the ABS. First gear, this corner, low apex speed. Try to stay, quite a long time on the brakes, so trail brake a lot. So you have good exit for the straight. Go completely wide on the curb. Then for the right corner, or like a really long right corner for the straight, you always have to be as tight as possible. For the next corner, brake at the asphalt that is on the right side, which is going to the right. Brake fully. Try to brake as long as possible. Rotate the car with the brake again. Also slow it down as much as possible. Stay in the third gear. Try to be careful to not run too wide. So don't touch with the left tire the green curb or AstroTurf or what it is. Go into second gear. This is a hard corner again. Brake a bit so the car can slow down again for maximizing the exit. Try to be as soon as possible on the throttle. Again, third gear. Go on the throttle. Be careful not to touch with the left tire the green AstroTurf or curb or what it is. On the straight, tight line, go on the left side, then go to the right for the next corner. It's a pretty fast corner. In the Merc you have to stay in the 6th gear. Some cars you can go flat out, some cars you have to lift and go into 5th. For the Merc, stay in the 6th gear, turn when the 50-meter board is there. Go a bit off the throttle, like around 55%. Don't run too wide. Go on the throttle again. Don't touch with the left tire the AstroTurf again. It's always the same on Suzuka. For the next corner, brake where dark patch starts. Brake as hard as possible, as straight as possible. Stay on the left side. Then turn in, go over the curb. In the Merc you can go a bit more over the curb, but it's pretty hard. So probably stay on the safe side because you get easier track warning. For the left corner, stay a bit on the throttle for balance wise. Go fully over the curb with the whole car. Be careful that the right tire doesn't go on the AstroTurf, so otherwise you will get a track warning. Go completely wide. You can go on the grass. Don't turn too much because otherwise your car will completely rotate into another dimension. This also works in a Ferrari. I'm not sure how this works in a Lamborghini, but Ferrari and Merc, you can do it. Try to be as tight as possible to the right side so you have a tight line. Obviously you gain a lot of time there. And this was a lap around Suzuka. This is a 57.7 and I hope you enjoyed it and it helped you. If you want the setup, you can get it on Go Setups, the link is below. And let me know if it helped you and see you next time. Bye bye.